We back with another one. We back with another one. It's the Yolo
man,
Show.
we back here the Yolo Show, man. Live and direct, man. In full effect.
Number 5. Uh-oh, he gotta put his shade. He gotta put his glasses on, y'all. You gotta put his glasses on. There we go.
I'm supposed to go and get the girls Friday too.
They call us Dr. Yoda and Professor Solo.
Cause I'm pushing P's. Yeah. Jut. Big money Jut, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey,
shout out Ben
OTM. Say, I forgot my double cup. I'm in a rush. Hey, lil' bro said hit me, scooting up. I be in my city with them sticks, pop Trump. Hey, can't fake the funk. My nigga kill you for a brand new pair of dunks. Sliding with Naughty and Yoda, bang, we smoking runs. I'ma fuck on that bitch that kick her out just like a pun. Call me a blitz, I get it as hit. Not no kick and fuck with the bitch. Rob to get I shoot a shit. Spell my ops, the op get gone. You better get your zone. Got no love, that shit be gone. Taking off like a rocket. All them pussy niggas better stop it. Mad at me, I'm the hot top. I was for shit. I'm rocket. Used to be with the glizzy out. I'm lying. I never put it down. Them clown niggas want to hang around. Remember this to give me the run around. I'm popping. Them VVS can't stop it. Back you head if you think I'm playing. Come try me. I ain't going back and forth. Them neck 5 shots to the vet. To your chest. Let up fan try to play my neck. Eat all right there. Yeah, that's on the set. Off the street, that's where I met. I got 6 inches. You'll be that nigga's a bitch. Did 5 years, that's still a bitch. Ain't this gang till your brother get hit. I'm probably first to my out get hit. Probably first to my out get hit. I'm probably first to my out get hit. Bitch, pussy, cartel business. Oh God.
This ain't high school, I got this Glock all in my letter. Hey, niggas out here doing funny business, they been letting me. Hey, Sunday service, bitch, I get paid like the reverend. Whoa. Can't talk without this Zaze pipe. I need my medicine. Whoa. Can't do a show without it, so you know we got the medal. Can't take a picture with no guns, you know I got felonies. Steady speaking on our name, shit gon' get your melon spit. Niggas ain't gon' side, they gon' hide when the beef come. Hey. Niggas steady talking about it, smoke, but ain't gon' be none. Whoa. I show you how to be a player, nigga, be a better. Let's go. Let me show you how to mix it up. I got the recipe. Let's go.
Bitch ass niggas. I keep telling you niggas, this shit ain't over with. We still dropping this shit. We still pumping this shit. We still doing this shit. Quit playing with us. OTM, nigga. Bang, man, nigga. Nigga, take your tail, pussy. Over.
My nigga DDI. Long live DDI, man. Yo! What's going on? What up, Big Fresh?
What's up, Big Fresh?
Got the soap. You got the soaps in there. I see you, Big Fresh. Yeah. Yeah, one thou while. It's another episode of Superfly. Hey, shout out Superfly. You understand me?
Shout out Superfly. Salute.
Yeah, man, we got us another one, y'all.
Shout out Carl. Bells in the chat.
Shout out Carl. Let y'all get up in here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we got some shit for y'all today, man. It's episode 5 of the Yolo Show, man.
Yes, it is, man.
Yeah. I'm Dr. Yoda. This is Professor Solo.
And this motherfucker, man.
And we're going to give you what you need. And we proceed to give you what you need.
That phone for your trunk.
You know what I mean? Yes. Yeah, you want to take the wheel, brother?
Yeah, I want to start it off a little different before we get into the first video.
Okay.
I want to run this other video, just to see how y'all feel about this, because we're gonna be doing all type of shit, man. Let me share my screen. This is a surprise for Yoda too. He don't even know it's coming. You feel me?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know this is coming. I do not know this is coming.
So I just want y'all to know what y'all think about this, man. We gonna run this. It ain't number look. Hot. Oh, that motherfucker 11 minutes. Yeah, 11 minutes.
Give me your perspective.
Oh yeah, I have one.
Do you feel as if the men, all men, I'm not going to give it to black and white, but let's just say all men for now.
Let's talk black men. I don't. For me, like even with my tour, what I'm doing, right? Like by this time next year, I'm giving out reparations. I'm doing a lot in my community and for black people. I don't care. I'm talking about black people. My whole message point is for us. Now, when you talk about slavery, right? We talk about systemic racism. We talk about the Willie Lynch letter, right? We talk about, the black man is God, right? We talk about, the greatest soldier in a white man's army being the black woman and the black woman being the pawn. And then they figured out early on through slavery that because they were killing us, right? But they figured out if we get the black woman or we get the whole joint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
you know why? Go ahead. I want you to explain why, because I think it needs.
But I get to that, but I want to finish the messaging point, right? I like to keep it cohesive for myself. Might forget a lot of information here. So, what they did was they made the black woman hyper masculine.
So I'll show you exactly.
Hey, is this a Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
Right? And they made you and me we're studs. We're gonna be in the field. We're handy, right? And I think, and I'm trying to connect it all because he made a valid point, right? The government empowered black women to strategically move the position of power from the black man.
Remove the power from the black man.
Right?
Yeah.
So now
that's what we were talking about yesterday.
The black woman in that instance becomes drunk off this power, and then she has a disdain for the black man, and then it becomes perpetuated over generations. So with slavery, what they did was they take us, they call it buck breaking. They do gang bang us, rape us, cut our balls off in front of the black woman. And then before they kill the black man, they'll make the black, after they did him dusty, they'll chain him up, right? Look, they'll chain him up, right? They'll chain him up, beat him within an inch of his life, and then unchain him, and then rape and do that to the woman. And then the woman is looking at the man like, come save me, but mentally he's dead. He doesn't even have no fight in him. So now she doesn't even have no respect for you. You fast forward to this generation, black women don't respect black men at all. And when you understand that, and it's a lot, so I'm trying to make it like simple, right? Because a lot of people, they respond emotionally and not intellectually. And there's no empathy for black men. There's no sympathy for black men. You don't even love black men. You don't even know who we are. You don't give a fuck about us. Pay my bills, eat my ass, and that's it. Okay. So it's important that black men understand what was done to us and why it was done to us. It's also important that black women understand their position in systematic racism and how they're being utilized to destroy their whole family and their whole community and whole generation. Okay. Now, a black man role is to be the protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer, and leader. I'm a man,
Producer.
Protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer.
Producer.
You have your opinion, I have mine.
You're right. I'm just giving it. And producer.
Right. I got you. You have what you want to put in, right? And so I'm saying protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer, right? Protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer. A woman's role is wisdom and balance. Okay. Now, the black man gets his provision. He gets his provision, right, from God. And what happens is there's a vibration. It's a lot. So I'm trying to make it simple, right? So how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So when you're around an alpha and you're around and you in that frequency, right?
Alpha what?
Man. Right? And that energy, that frequency, right? It can throw some shit off.
Yeah.
Because you're conditioned not to even be around that shit. And then you become sensitized, not desensitized. You're very sensitive to that energy. And then now you don't know how to read that energy. You think he's narcissistic. You think, no, he's where he needs to be to take his place. So I feel like black men need to disregard how black women feel about our masculinity and be more self-contained. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need your money. I don't need none of that. I'm not sleeping on your couch. Don't give me no keys. I'm gonna get my own. I'm gonna go to God. And when you don't want to fit my program, bye. Go.
Thank you.
You're not needed. You're dangerous. I don't want to bear seed with you. I don't want to sleep with you. I don't want to be your friend. I'm staying away from you. And there's a lot of black women that get it and they love the masculinity that we project. Black men, we project energy. Women receive energy. You see? So now, for the black women who are confused, right? A woman has to lead with 3 phases of love. The first phase of love is informative, right? So she's informing that black man of who he is. She's informing that black man that, yo, look, you get your provision. You're going to be the provider. You're going to be the head of this household. Even if she's Oprah and he's broke, she's going to uplift him through the information. That's the first phase. The second phase is unconditional love. Unconditional. She's loving and she's loving, she's loving, she's loving. Then the last phase of love is tough love, accountability. The problem is a lot of our women are conditioned to lead with the accountability first, and they don't set the table with informative love and unconditional love. See,
which comes off as disrespect and combative
all the time.
Yeah.
But again, this is why black men need to be in tune with self. And when that woman is argumentative and she want to talk and every 5 minutes she want to get a word in and she just can't shut the fuck up, let her go. Don't beat on her. Don't catch no cases. Let her go.
Let her go.
Literally let her go.
Yeah.
And you vet her with your frequency. You vet her with your vibration. I walk in some rooms and I get around certain black women and I start talking. They can't stand me. Good.
Goodbye.
Good. Bye.
Why is that they can't stand you?
Because I just told you, a lot of black women are not used to a black man that has confidence. A lot of black women are not used to a black man who.
Wait. I just want to clarify. You saying that black women can't stand you because of your confidence?
1,000,000%. A lot of them.
I think it's
because hold on, because I'm a nigga, I'm a op, I'm a blood, I'm a fuck boy.
Wait,
I'm a trick.
Who are saying these things?
We're saying what I'm. You got to understand when
this
is for the camera.
I don't.
I got you, but I'm saying it right. So
shout out to
maybe you understand later, maybe you won't. It's okay. I'm a op.
No, just hold on one second.
Yeah.
Drop them roosters in the chat for my boy Trillion.
No, for sure.
And I want our
roosters
audience.
in the chat. Man.
They do understand.
Put some roosters in the chat.
It's cool. I know my audience. So what I'm saying is that I just want you to kind of be responsive when I'm asking you so that we can have clarity when we do our clips. That's all.
The clips that make sense. I mean, I do this all the time. So I'm a op.
Okay, sir.
I'm a blood. I'm a crip. I'm a scammer. I'm a jack boy. I'm a nigga. I'm a rat. I'm everything but a god.
Everything but a man.
And then they use music, right? They use crack in the 80s to break down black communities. Now they're using music, right, as a way to break down the communities. Every time you turn on a song, eat my ass, my butthole is brown, all this, right? Everywhere you turn, it's
crazy.
Black men are the only race of man that gets publicly disrespected by their women
consistently,
like religiously.
Yeah.
You see? So now when you come around as a black man and you know who you are and you know you're the leader, you know I'm a god. She's a goddess. I'm a god though. I'm the original man. I'm not here to tell you who I am. I'm him.
Treated accordingly.
And if you don't understand, it's not for you. It's not to be understood. And a lot of times black men, masculinity is application, not advocation.
With everything that you believe, do you think that we have to re-educate the black woman?
Hell no. Absolutely not. Listen, Noah's Ark, the ramp is up. And it's gonna rain, and a lot of sisters are gonna drown. Bye. Let me tell you something. I just told you in the beginning. Look, the greatest soldier in the white man's army is the black woman. It's a lot of black women. Listen, it's a lot of brothers that lost their lives, that literally died, wasted time trying to build. Listen, did everything right, got married, babies, listen, everything. And the woman set him up, got him killed, and took the money and ran with a Chinese man. You feel me? So, black men need to have confidence. Listen, you know how beautiful you are? 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 I know I look good.
For real.
I'm not sitting here. Wow, shorty, there's a door that way. Beat it.
I love it.
And let me tell you something. And that's the scary thing, right? Because that's the accountability, right? Because if you listen, how can I have a family with you? How can I think about it? Listen, you want to dress like a whore, you want to wear the pants, you don't know when to shut up, you have no wisdom, you're not a nurturer. I gotta take care of everything. You got a rouster. Yo, what am I? Are you crazy? I'm cool. If I get sick, you ain't got soup for me. If I'm on fire, you won't even pee on me. I'm equivalent to this cup holster that she's having right here.
Another slave.
I'm cool. She can go.
Right.
Fuck that.
I think you can re-educate.
Let me tell you something. You got women, right? You got some women, like real shit, that hate black men. You hate everything about me. I'm a god. I'm beautiful. So you mean to tell? I'm not saying you. Don't make it personal. I'm saying it's. I'm generalizing, right? And black men need to have that.
That's part of the problem. You're saying black
It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all.
The problem is no. No, we are semantics.
Because a lot of black women say black men all the time.
No.
My name is Smart, not Sir.
Okay, Smart.
Thank you.
The thing is that in making generalizations, you use and you said you're a wordsmith, right?
Speaking how I want to speak.
Understood. But you're saying you're not using you're using generalizations, right? But generalizations don't apply to all. So I think the reason why
only a hit dog is gonna holler.
Okay,
I agree.
My name is Smart, not Sir.
Money.com has definitely changed and improved the way we work. Having a place that provides a visual of what everyone's working on.
That nigga say only a hick dog gonna holler. That was the end of that one, man. What y'all think about that, man? What you think about that, Yoda?
I think that was a good one, man. I think that was a good one. I think he checked some shit up there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got some straightening, man. I think that I think he was spot on. He was spot on.
Yeah, because a lot of them don't know how to listen or shut up. I mean, you know, they ain't calling you a dog or a slave to make you shut up, but you gotta. That's why you got 2 ears, 1 mouth, 2 eyes. Listen more to see more.
I know my sisters, my cousins, they don't know how to shut up.
They don't know
how to shut up.
You know,
my cousins, I have female cousins. I got some sisters. Baby mama. Don't know how to shut up.
For real.
Yeah, for real. Oh man. He said he's speaking some real shit. I see this in real life. For real, Tree. For real. I think we got a special treat for Tree today.
Yeah, man, we're gonna do something special for my boy, Rooster Man, man. You know, his name ain't Trigger Cuts no more.
Rooster Man.
We gonna call him Rooster Man. Jeff, what you talking about? Pick your words right. What's going on, bro?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to see.
What I say? I said some bullshit. We got something for you, Tree Cuts. No Diddy. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
God damn, man. This shit. God damn. What we got next for the No, when he said, I have a girl mama. And that. Yo.
Shout out Lakeside.
Shout out Lakeside Code.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. But we all do, but you know, we old enough to understand, you know, women them back then, you know, some of our parents was like that too though, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out 2-3 Smooth.
I was fucked up shout out 2-3 Smooth. Man, I was a fucked up nigga too, man. You know, I wasn't a good nigga. Like, you know, I wasn't just a good nigga. I had to figure out how to be a good nigga. I wasn't no good nigga at first.
Yeah. But we growing and learning. That's the thing.
Still ain't good being a good nigga. I still ain't learned how to be a good nigga. I'm still learning.
Yeah, we still learning, but the thing is, some of them, not like you said, generalizing, not saying all of them. Some of them don't want to learn. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to listen.
Yeah.
Like you said, they want to be the man. You can't be, if you're gonna be the man, then you do everything the man do. Bitch, don't excuse my friends, don't run to me when shit hard. Or you gotta cry and shit. Bitch, toughen up, cause we ain't crying. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shit like that. You know, because the Bible even tell you a man is supposed to lead.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to follow the man's lead. You know. Now, I can see if the man trying to take you down, then that's different. But if a nigga trying to do some good shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get a shit a try. You just shoot it down. Now, that ain't what we doing. Nah.
And you know how this shit stem from? This shit stem from the government assistance shit, keeping the nigga at the ass.
Yeah. No respect, no nothing. Yeah.
No,
so
get out of my house, nigga. Y'all call it laws.
You heard what he said? I don't want no key. I ain't sleeping on your couch. God gonna do it for me. I'm getting up out of there.
I'm getting up out of there. I'm getting up out of there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's when they know they got that power over you when they can control you. Because you're using a car. You got to stay with them. So they like, shit, nigga, I take my car from you, nigga. Get my house key back. What you gonna do now? You shit out of luck. So they controlling you. They know that's what like. Sometimes you gotta just do your own thing. You might cut for your little bro, but I got a dip. Get these chips. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it'll be all right. You'll see my vision. You know what I'm saying? They don't uplift a nigga. You know, baby, how was your day? Rub your feet. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it'd be weird. Like, cook. Some of them don't even cook. You know, they want to eat out all the time.
Yeah, they don't want to cook. They want to eat out all the time.
J-Mac. Yeah, they want to eat out all the time.
Yeah, you right about that. They all they want. Oh, I want something from motherfucking Papa CO, Papa Do's, Baby A's, all this whole ass shit. Man, they got the special.
When you don't put $300 worth of groceries in the house, she don't even want to cook it. She steady want to go out and eat. Yeah, you know, so.
And come on, fam, for real, bro. True that, my nigga. True that, bro.
So that was just a little something to get it going, you know. If we had some females in here, we wasn't trying to offend y'all. We just, you know, we like your input on it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just coming from a man's point of view.
I think we ran out of them out. Yeah. Fuck them niggas. Them niggas on some bullshit tonight.
Appreciate you, Judge. Appreciate you. Yeah. With that said, man, we're gonna get into this next video. We ain't gonna take all your time. We got quite a few videos we're gonna be running through y'all, you know what I'm saying, and talking about. So we ain't gonna take up all your time with that one, man.
You're gonna Misdemeanor. Shout out Misdemeanor. We see
shout out Misdemeanor.
She popped out.
Yeah, she popped out.
She said I was scared.
Nah, it ain't never like that, my guy. You know
it ain't like that. It ain't like that.
We fuck with you. It's just, you know, it's from a guy's point of view. That's it, man.
That's it.
You know?
That's it. And it ain't everybody. We ain't saying it's everybody.
Yeah, it ain't everybody. You know, you might do the right shit. There's just some of them that don't know, and they know who they is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, a hit dog holler.
Yeah, exactly. For real. You know what I'm saying? For real. Y'all Bell Gang, hit that like button. It's free. Hit that like button. It's free.
Yeah, hit that like button. Don't cost you nothing, man.
Hit that like button.
Do it for the gang.
Do it for the gang now. Do it for the chain gang. Yeah, man, we got some shit for y'all today, man. We gonna steady bring y'all this shit all the time, man. Y'all know how we do it, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah. Shots out. You know what I mean? We doing this shit, keeping this shit going, man. 1,000 Belt Gang.
Since you're coming to the fight ready.
Yeah. Press ham sandwiches, crazy.
Them shit's good though.
Yeah, boy. Yeah,
right
boy.
about now too. I need me a couple of them boys. Shit.
You need a couple of them?
Yeah, I can do about 2 or 3 of them bitches with that sandwich bread.
Ooh, that sandwich spread. Look at that nigga. Oh,
Yeah,
that
you know,
nigga eating ham sandwich. Come on, man. Light them joints up. Light them joints up. Yeah, with some hot chips.
Nah, barbecue. I'm doing barbecue.
Mesquite.
I'm doing a mesquite barbecue. Put them all right on the sandwich and on the side of the plate too. Man, run the
Yeah.
Hit the street up. Nigga be talking about making meals and shit in a minute.
Nigga like a motherfucker, nigga. What? Nigga with the bus spread. You wanna make a nigga bus spread.
I got the Jack Mac and the chili.
Ooh. I got the soups and the chips.
I gotta share the screen again, my dumb ass.
Yeah,
I'm telling you to put it up.
I was trying to ask you, but I'm glad you figured it out. So I had to ask you. I had to ask you on live stream. Do you work? You understand?
That's all right.
No, Diddy? Is this?
Yeah, this
Drake?
Yeah, this what Kendrick Lamar was right about Drake, y'all. Let's go on and see what they talking about on this, man.
Got the
tried to expose Kendrick, but ended up getting exposed himself. But things are getting much worse than anyone expected. Receipts are coming out of everywhere, more and more every day. And it seems they are not going to stop anytime soon. Imagine getting all your records and reputation broken by a song meant to dish you.
Got the macro and the summer
Looks like
sauce.
Drake's
No
worst
Diddy.
nightmare is coming to life. He will never
We're gonna have a
be
hell of
the same
spread.
again. Even Eminem said it is never a good look when everyone, except for sympathizers and fans, doesn't like you or turn against you. Although many believe that Drake could still come out of this, it is clear that Kendrick is ruthless. He planned the whole thing from day one. He knew Drake's ego would make him predictable over time. When people know this, they can play at your ego and use it to their advantage. As you can see from this post from O'Shea Jackson Jr., Kendrick said at the beginning of Euphoria, "I can even predict your angle." This right here says a lot. He knew Drake was going to talk about his family and made an entire record about Drake with individual verses. And before Drake dropped, Dot made a verse warning him that he got information. It was premeditated and it worked. But now something else is coming to light, something that got people talking yet again.
Father, let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would have wore a condom. I'm sorry that you gotta grow up and then stand behind him. Life is hard, I know. The challenge is always gonna beat us home. Sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until we grow. And you're a good kid that need good leadership. Let me be your mentor, since your daddy don't teach you shit. Never let a man piss on your leg, son. Either you die right there or pop that man in the head, son. Never fall in the escort business, that's bad religion. Please remember, you could be a bitch even if you got bitches. Never code switch, whether right or wrong. You're a black man, even if it don't benefit your goals. Do some push-ups, get some discipline. Don't cut your corners like your daddy did. Fuck what Ozempic did. Don't ever play with them Brazilians. Get a gym membership. Understand, I'm throwing boxing hiding hands, that's law. Don't be ashamed of who you with, that's how he treats your moms. Don't have a kid to hide a kid to hide a kid, be sure. 5% will comprehend, but 95 is lost. Be proud of who you are. Strength come from within. Got to see the stars that fell, but your daddy ain't hard to them. Nothing like him.
What the hell going on, bro?
Even after the feud seemingly died down, just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, someone on X who goes by the name Ebony Prince 2K24 posted something extremely suspicious. This will probably cause a lot of heat for Drake, especially after the shooting. And this came out right after Kendrick humiliated him in front of the entire world, broke his image in a way no one has done it before. And now we are looking at another video that could possibly cause more problems for the artist. This mysterious user uploaded a very interesting video and a series of posts that could potentially expose some faltering information about Drake. This mysterious person may have the knowledge that could expose the whole truth about the entire feud. The evidence has been leaked that this guy has Drake's laptop.
Appreciate you, Judd. Appreciate you. Shout out, Judd, man. Appreciate it.
He was staying at. This
Shout
is
out
literally
Jut,
mind
shout out Jut.
In the video, you can see all the stuff from the cover art of Kendrick's track, Meet the Grams, which was specifically designed to diss Drake. And other than the items you can see displayed there, you can hear the track playing from a laptop in the background. Then the focus changes to the scenery of New York City, which appears to be in Brooklyn. You can see some jewelry, morning paper, and in other posts, there appear to be targets shot at by toy guns. When you zoom in, you can see Ozempic receipts and sleeping medication, all of which allegedly belong to Drake. This got people talking. Who knows what else they have on him right now? But that's not all. The user captioned the post by saying this: number 1, King at Kendrick Lamar is not a liar, and I am not a thief. Number 2, Mr. Aubrey Graham at Drake and Mr. Livingston Allen at Academics have until noon Monday, 5/13/24, to retract your claims of theft, or my attorney, Ms. Adrienne Edward, and I will exhaust every legal option available.
Hey, my name is Jordan Mackey, and over the last 10 years, I've tried multiple side hustles like drop shipping, blogging, and
what the user is trying to say, it seems that both DJ Academics and Drake should be retracting their claims of the stuff stolen, or they would have to take legal action against them. Not only is this video creepy, but it definitely sounds like an ultimatum. Yet the posts don't end there. The same user did a follow-up and posted this. The caption says, to Mr. Aubrey Graham at Drake, may this photo help jog your memory as to where you discarded those items. The issue in the photo should also jog your memory. Jimmy Brooks would not have been proud of you that night. According to the user, this photo was taken in a hotel lobby where Drake was apparently at. This is again very cryptic and interesting at the same time, but there is a lot more where that came from. There were multiple tweets, again by the same user, that seemed to be getting a ton of attention. The whole thing started pretty cryptic, as expected, but then he said something very peculiar. He posted, "You've had many things discarded on your behalf over the years. I wonder if you can remember them all." What's even more insane is that the user started accusing Drake of hiding a lot more secrets and that he is fully aware of them. Now, a lot of things this user is posting are difficult to make out. He seems to be stringing things along, which makes it very hard to decipher his thoughts. But from what we can see, the user seems to be doing this because Drake apparently lost the items he stole and is planning on using these items against him. This looks like something out of an action movie. Because of Drake's allegations, people have apparently lost their jobs, and Drake is to blame for all of it. No one knows how deep the rabbit hole is or what the user's relationship is with Drake, whether they are colleagues, friends, or anything else. But the reality is, there are issues here that need to be resolved, issues that might very well get Drake in trouble. From the looks of it, Drake and his entourage checked into a hotel. At that time, they probably had to leave in a hurry, which explains why some of the receipts and stuff got left behind. If Drake was really in the midst of something and decided to leave all of a sudden, he wouldn't miss a laptop, some random stuff, and medication. He has too much money to even care for that. But the fact that this user has the security footage and the items as well could mean that he was working at that hotel. This could narrow things down a bit. The user posted, "I was informed that the statements made by DJ Academics had also been relayed to her, because you know the pocket watchers are always hating. I was informed that I should speak with an attorney, because being associated with items declared stolen may have negative consequences." He goes on to explain that every single one of his closest colleagues knew that these items were his own to begin with. So the first time he saw Meet the Grams, he knew exactly what he was supposed to do: expose Drake for who he truly is, a liar and a fraud. Now, the reason he said that was probably because of the Heart Part 6. In this entire track, Drake tried to make himself look good, change the public's perception, and completely revamp his narrative. But with every diss track he released, he seemed to be getting all his stories about Kendrick Lamar from fan theories circulating on social media. This made him feel weak. Instead of going on the offense with stories supported by other big shots in the industry, he didn't take the time to dig for real evidence and create a worthy show. This is a clear sign that Drake has been lying from the start, and in this entire beef, he couldn't get one thing right about Kendrick. He even went so far as to tell Kendrick that he was plotting behind the scenes with people he worked with just so they could feed Kendrick false information. But the public was having none of it. They saw it as a desperate attempt on Drake's side to save his reputation and pride. Kendrick, on the other hand, dealt a huge blow to Drake's ego. He literally ruined his reputation. Some fans even believe he caused irreparable damage, not just because the diss tracks sound good, because there were a lot of video evidence and stories that would back that up. We would also like to point out that the same user tagged a dance studio that's connected to the show Euphoria, which Drake co-produced. This is the show that revolves around young girls doing questionable things and filming a bunch of creepy sex scenes. Clearly, whoever this person is, they sent the information to Kendrick and helped him accuse Drake of being a the fact that he can still talk about it and use it as an ultimatum, it seems that he probably knows a lot more than he's letting on. Well, now there is something else that seems to rile people up. An anonymous source recently sent DJ Academics a very suspicious video that had to do with Drake. When he presses play, you can start to hear a dog whimpering in the background. The internet went crazy. Based on the leaked footage, Drake seems to be doing inappropriate things with his dog. The video was leaked on May 12, 2024, in the middle of the ongoing feud with Kendrick. This sparked a massive debate on TikTok and Twitter. The post received more than 162,000 views in a day. It quickly went viral after that. The next day, YouTuber Mr. Hopscotch Pilgrim uploaded an enhanced audio version of the same clip just so that the people could hear better. It amassed thousands of views in a matter of hours.
Give me 1 second. I'm getting anonymous texts and shit. This shit is spooky.
Dog, nigga, they got audio.
Is he hitting the dog?
He hitting the dog.
Many people believe that this footage is fake and laugh about it. Check this out. On May 13th, a user named Tadbit Special shared a video of Breaking Bad's Jesse having a meltdown, along with a caption that made everyone do a double take. Why did I just listen to a supposed audio of Drake raping a dog? The post gained around 129,000 views and more than 420 likes in just a few hours. People also talked about this rumor on Reddit, but the post was quickly removed. One Redditor, Capable Education 724, said that DJ Academics was sent an incriminating video of Drake during his live stream. For reference, he never showed the video he was sent. You could only hear it. The general consensus seems to be about a video of Drake doing sexual things with the dog. Apparently, there was some blind item from months ago that implied Drake and his crew were doing as much to minors as animals too. The reactions say it all. It is all too suspicious and too coincidental. The alleged blind item that accuses Drake of bestiality was posted on March 6, 2024. It reads, the foreign-born rapper's career was torpedoed when he was caught trying to brainwash school-aged children into sleeping with him. Very nasty, but not as nasty as what he let sheiks do to him in Dubai. There are rumors of animals being involved too. The Canadian rapper with the self-love tape has been spreading the word. If Kendrick goes all the way with this and releases another diss track, it might be the end of Drake and his career as we know it. This moment right here could be historic, because nothing else can quite support a story as much as someone who has already gained the trust of his fans. People believe that what DJ Academics received was in fact blackmail. That's why he looks so shocked and mortified at the same time. And it keeps getting worse and worse. Ever since Not Like Us came out, there have been a lot of rumors going around regarding some blind items that could potentially ruin Drake. They've been circulating on TikTok for a while now and are getting a lot of attention and hate at the same time. As you already know, blind items are basically gossip about celebrities that leave hints that the entire world can easily decipher. Some are pretty reputable, and it is amazing how many of them turn out to be true. We are going to take a deep dive into all these blind items and dissect them one by one.
Recordings just got better.
Man,
hey, it's
this
Dana
nigga better not be
here.
hitting
I'm
that
so
dog,
excited
bro.
to announce that local recordings are now
Man, this nigga better not be hitting that dog, bro.
You better not be fucking no damn dog.
That's crazy.
That's a damn shame. Nigga fucking dogs and sheep and shit. That nigga done lost his damn mind. Drake, he weird, man. Man, Drake, look. Nigga finna start saying no Drake around this motherfucker.
Yeah, no Drake.
No Drake around this motherfucker, man. For real.
We are starting off this list with some of the most popular blind items on social media right now, and they take us back to 2018. But to be honest, some people may find them disturbing. This is the first blind item by Entertainment Lawyer 226, number 3. It reads, this foreign-born A+ list singer took turns with other guests at this party having sex with one of 2 women hired for the night to entertain party guests for that purpose. This is allegedly Drake and Floyd Mayweather's birthday party in May of 2018. Now, if you remember, there was a rumor a while ago that said Floyd was allegedly dating a 19-year-old shop girl from London. She posted pictures on her Instagram, which reported that the then 39-year-old boxer swept her off her feet. Once the rumor was out, she took down the photos. Floyd denied everything. He said their relationship was strictly professional. She wanted to be a singer, and he was there to get her career on the right track. Here is another one. Blind item number 12. It was published on April 3rd, 2024. It goes, why is the Canadian rapper tied to so many people who have been accused of Harvey Weinstein crimes? There is the not nice person who intimidated one of his victims into withdrawing her claims. There is the Porta Poppy, and there is his former bird boss. The butterfly rapper knows about it all and is getting ready to expose him. That is why he is scared to respond. Mind you, this blind item talks a lot about what Kendrick accused Drake of doing way before Kendrick actually exposed the story in his diss tracks. Remember, Kendrick released Euphoria on April 30th. This is where we got the first hint about the allegations, but he didn't talk about them in detail. So what is this blind item getting at? It's interesting how they call Baca by name. Baca Not Nice, one of the most trusted entourage of Drake's squad, was arrested for assault and accused of 6 offenses related to a human trafficking investigation. According to the police, a 22-year-old woman was forced to become a prostitute after she was threatened. She then had to give up all the money she made. Baca was arrested as a suspect and sentenced to 6 months in jail back in 2015, but he was released and the prostitution and human trafficking charges were dropped. They were dropped just because he pleaded guilty to something else. The second he got released, Drake tweeted he was happy Baca was released. He was glorifying and supporting the guy who was basically found guilty of domestic violence. Is it because they all run in the same circle and share the same crimes? Remember that saying, your friend is the family. Some people believe that it is just not right to support someone who's been charged with such crimes, especially if you are a figure with such influence. So it is normal to come under fire when you are taking someone's side like this. Porta Poppy in this case is probably powder paper. He was charged with County Lines ring and sentenced to 4 years in prison for taking part in drug trafficking. He served 2 years. Here is a clip from October 23rd when Potter, a famous UK rapper, said that Drake was texting young UK girls. Here is another blind item that seemingly aligns perfectly with what Kendrick had to say in his latest diss track. This blind item was published on September 5th, 2021, long before Not Like Us was a thing. It reads, earlier this year, we got a first-hand account of the grooming done to the foreign-born 3-name teen actress. Now, it is confirmed that this foreign-born, 1-name A+ list singer did the same thing to the same girl. This is allegedly about Drake grooming Millie Bobby Brown. Moving on to another blind item, which also sounds very interesting. It is by Entertainment Lawyer 627, number 11. It reads, there is no way this foreign-born A+ list rapper was going out with this A- list mostly movie actress comic. He only does the stripper and porn star thing where they let him do his crazy fetish thing, which is the only way he is able to perform. Plus, the A- lister is a bit of a talker and would spill that fetish in a second. And this is allegedly Tiffany Haddish. We don't know exactly what this blind item is referring to, but we can take a guess. A couple of years back, Drake slid into her DMs and Tiffany was willing to explore that option. She wanted to know what kind of personality he had and what he was all about.
I ran into him at a party. He was like, man, I was in your DMs. I'm trying to get you to do my music video. I was like, oh, I didn't know you was in my DMs. Like, I wanted to check that. And then I look and I see that he was in there and I was like, oh yeah, here you are right here. He was like, yeah, shoot me your folks' number and like, let's get you in this video. I was like, all right, cool. So then I did the video, and then he's like, I'm gonna take you to dinner. I'm gonna take you to dinner because I want to know who bit Beyonce. Right now. He's like, I want to know who bit Beyonce. My mama keep on asking me who did it, who did it. I was like, I'm definitely not gonna tell you until you feed me.
But then he canceled the date. This was about the same time the rumors came out about Sophie Brassard. Drake tried really hard to keep his kid hidden.
But nigga, and Tiffany Haddish had a bald head, my nigga.
But nigga, that scared the shit out of me. I thought that was Orlando Brown on the screen. I was like, what the fuck? You see y'all jump, I'm like, what the hell?
And then she got the nerve to say Drake was in her DMs. He
was, though.
I know, but it's just like, bitch, you got a hell of a time to fucking bring that shit up, bitch. You bald head. Literally, skin bald head. And you want to talk about Drake in your DM. You should have thought about that before you cut your hair, bitch. What are you talking about?
That's probably why he canceled the date. That's probably why he canceled the date.
Yeah, for real. Oh, yeah, you know what? Nah, yeah, you know what? Nah,
Mr. Man said this dude in high school was messing with his cat. Man, that's crazy.
Oh, man. Ooh. Drake shaved her puppy ball. God damn, man. Man, she look like Kanye. That's crazy. You can keep going. I just have to get on Tiffany ass. Her ass is wrong for that shit, bro. She wrong, bro.
Pusha used it for a very heavy diss, which pushed the story of Adonis to the surface. Now, it is very common for big superstars to try to keep their personal lives quiet, but it wasn't the fact that Drake tried not to tell the audience about his son, but because he didn't have any love for his child like a normal father would. This would give him the worst kind of publicity ever. Here is another blind item that tells a lot about this particular story. It is by Entertainment Lawyer 727, number 2. It goes like this. This foreign-born A-plus list singer-rapper has plenty of time to play musical hookers. Last one in the car, each stop gets kicked to the side of the road or has to service the driver to stay in the game, but has no time, he says, to see his child. Not seeing or even trying to reach out and contact for video either. It is pretty sad. Probably why he always forces the women he gets pregnant into having abortions. This is also allegedly regarding Drake. One such case was with Sophie. The moment she told him she was pregnant, he denied being the father and allegedly told her over text to get an abortion. It feels like every time more details come out, this story just becomes sad and heavy. Don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong with abortion. It is a woman's body and it should be her choice. But using it as a form of casual birth control and then forcing the woman to get it done just because you want to sleep with her with no protection and no consequences, that is just terrible. No responsibility whatsoever. But there is more where that came from. Here is a blind item that you definitely want to hear. It is by Entertainment Lawyer, which was posted back in September 2018. It reads as follows. This foreign-born, one-name A-plus list singer-rapper did indeed have sex with the A-minus list reality star. Most of the time, she would just ignore it. But because of her current relationship and his relationship with the A-plus lister, she has to deny until she dies. This blind item is followed by another of the same nature, also posted in September. It goes like this. This foreign-born A-plus list rapper singer emails some proof of conquest, so to speak, to his former A-plus list rapper, who then confronted his A-plus list wife. Both of these blind items seem to be allegedly about Drake, Kanye West, and Kim Kardashian. So the beef between Kanye and Drake started in 2016. They were working on an album together, but soon started butting heads with one another. It was during this time that we learned that Drake was very close with the Kardashians. He knew them for a very long time. As a matter of fact, Drake performed on Kylie's 16th birthday. He kissed her on the cheek in what looked like a passionate embrace, all in front of her then boyfriend, Jaden Smith. This didn't seem that big of a deal at first, but then people started noticing a pattern. A couple of years later, when she turned 22, Kylie and Drake started dating. People immediately dismissed it, calling the story clickbait. But what many didn't notice was the fact that Drake rapped about it in Future. He called Kylie his side piece.
So you've been injured in a recent car accident,
Damn,
and you
man.
want to get a major check like this right here. Here's what you
$8.5, man.
He writes, I'm a head to the side. Real shit, Kylie Jenner, that's a side piece. Whoa. Yeah, I got 20 Kylies. Whoa. I got 20 damn Kylies. Woo. It was an unreleased track posted on Instagram Live in 2020. This makes it all the more likely that both of them hooked up for a little while. Well, according to these two blind items, Drake allegedly had a thing with Kim. If this is true, then this could complicate a lot of things, especially the relationship between these
Shout
two
out Jones
sisters.
boys.
But what people want to hold Drake really accountable
Shout out
for
Jones
is the
boys.
grooming allegations. His relationship with Millie Bobby Brown is what started all of it.
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
You and Drake? That's awesome. That's awesome. What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys, he helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
His advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
As a fully grown man, he has been accused of grooming many underage girls. The first time was in 2010 at the Ogden Theater concert in Denver, Colorado. During his performance at the very start of his career, he called a fan to come onto the stage. He didn't talk to the girl, ask her about her age or anything. Instead, he proceeded to seduce her, kiss her on the neck, and hug her from behind. Just moments after the kiss, he found out that she was 17 and immediately took a step back. He said he got carried away and didn't want to end up in jail. But then, as the moment went on, he said that he didn't know how to feel about it, whether he was guilty or not, because he had fun. So at the end of the day, he called it a harmless misunderstanding. Then there was the case with Bella Harris. They met when she was just 16, and in an Instagram post, which has been deleted since then, Drake can be seen being very handsy and super close with the teenager. This caused a lot of speculation and controversy. Then, as soon as she turned 18, he rented out an entire restaurant so they could go on a date. Close sources to Drake immediately denied the accusations, of course. Drake has never been straightforward about who was the inspiration behind his songs. Take his hit, Best I Ever Had, for example. Right from the start, he hints at how listeners might relate to his lyrics and how women often think the songs are about them. Still, a lot of people speculate that the song Jaded is about Georgia Smith. She is an English singer who was 10 years younger than him when rumors started to spread that the two had a fling in 2017. He was 30 and she was 19. Even though this relationship is technically legal, it matched perfectly with Drake's creepy track record of chasing after younger women. Just take a look at this comment on Billie Eilish the day before her 18th birthday. Allegedly, someone thought it would be funny to edit a screenshot of the comment section and include Drake's IG account. Even though a lot of people say it is fake, it sparked even more controversy because the joke came from an interview Billie did with Vanity Fair.
But like Drake, come on. Drake is like the nicest dude I've ever spoken to. I mean, I've only like texted him, but he's so nice. Like, he does not need to be nice. You know what I mean? He's at a level in his life where he doesn't need to be nice, but he is, you know?
What do you guys think? Do these leaked footage and blind items need to raise alarms? Is there anything Drake can do at this point that could save his reputation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. See you next time.
So today's the day. So this nigga been gutting. He been gutting fish all this time.
That nigga been fucking puppies, gutting fish. What the fuck is going on with Drake?
What is going on, man? And see, this is what I'm talking about. Not the champagne puppy. Not champagne puppy, man.
That's more than champagne poppy.
That's more than yeah. You might not want to drink his champagne.
No, hell no, you ain't. Shit.
Yeah, you might not want to drink his champagne, man. Might want to pass on the champagne.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Champagne poppy. Yeah, champagne poppy.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Shout out Elva.
Shout out Elva.
Shout out Jones boy.
Shout out Jones boy.
You better let him at your hair tree because all them roosters and chickens gonna be hollering. You gonna think a fox got in that motherfucking pen back there.
Hornball Poppy is crazy. Say Hornball Poppy. Yeah, man. Drake is banned from my house after the foolishness. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Them some strong allegations and weird allegations, man. Hopefully they don't come out true.
They
bro,
say sheep.
That's crazy.
All them girls. They say sheep in Dubai. That's crazy, bro.
Sheep in Dubai.
In Dubai, yeah, sheep.
Well, you know, sheep bleed like women.
That's crazy. I don't want no sheep.
I don't either, but I'm just saying. You don't have a few chickens in your life.
The chicken butts.
You had a few chicken butts in your life,
yeah. No sheep though.
Yeah, man.
Sheeps is crazy.
Crazy.
Nigga knocking sheep down is crazy. He got a weird fetish.
And that's they boy. You know, everybody fuck with my little lady. Love Mr. Lover Boy.
And he got pictures. And he doing all that shit. He outside America with all these foreign motherfucking young girls. You know, in foreign, it might be different laws and different things. And, you know what I'm saying?
He grooming their ass.
He grooming they motherfucking ass. Say soon as she turned 18, nigga, he took on to that, rented out the whole restaurant.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You gonna rent out the whole restaurant?
Yeah, you don't want nobody to be seen with him.
Yeah. No, she probably been getting that tail knocked off.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 guy.
Yeah, freaky ass nigga, 69 God is crazy. Man, that's crazy. He up here knocking these youngin' socks off. And he Drake. Serenading.
That's why Kanye was finna kill him.
Man, for real.
He over there messing with Kim and the sisters and the mama and everything.
Yeah, he fucking everybody. He over there. He even found his way in the house. I know Kanye was mad because the nigga found a way in the house. So she was with Kim, and he went. All right. Well, you got Kim. I'm gonna get Kylie, but I'm finna have all of them though. I'm just gonna not count Kylie, but I'm finna have all of them though.
They say there was a rumor going around that he was messing with the mama too though. At one point in time,
everybody. Everybody came in the room, snuck in the room with him.
Mm-hmm. That's the type of nigga you keep away from you because he fucking everything. Fish.
He fucking everything.
That nigga did everything.
That nigga fuck. They say he fuck Wayne Gap.
Yep.
That's cold.
That nigga fucking stuffed animals and everything.
He just can't stop fucking. Can't stop fucking. He just keep on fucking. Anything he can get his hands on. Anything he can get his hands on though.
Yeah, man.
It's like, come on, man. Come on, man.
So this next video, man, this is for my whoopers, man. Y'all, we gonna dedicate this to y'all, to the whoopers, man. Give y'all something
to the whoopers.
Man, we're giving y'all something because y'all always dropping that in the chat, man. So this is for y'all, especially for y'all, man. So we don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah,
he hit Bruce Jenner.
He hit Bryce Jenner too. It's crazy. Bruce Jenner, ooh. That might have turned it. That might be that was the transformation right there, I think.
Yeah.
As soon as he ran up in Bruce turned to a whole bitch. Yeah, for real.
This for y'all, man.
Yeah.
What's going on, gang? Back at y'all with another one. Let's get it. Welcome back to another episode of Street Chronicles, where we dive deep into the untold stories of the streets. Today, we're shedding light on one of LA's most notorious street gangs, the Bounty Hunter Bloods. Sit tight, because we're about to uncover some real gritty street history
Look,
and the
Fresh done went off in the
rivalries
chat.
that shaped their legacy.
Look, Trill, there go Trill.
Hey, no. What you doing? What you looking for? What you over here?
That's for my nigga Big Fresh Trigger cut.
1, 2, 3. One. Lay it down. Ellos mismos salen. Give me 50. No va a pasar nada. Give me 10 push-ups. No pasa nada. Hey. No pasa nada.
They got a phone
No
on
te van a informar. No te van a informar de allá. No te van a informar. Te quiero ayudar. Who? Te quiero ayudar. What that mean? Para otro lado. You good? Y va a venir un poder. Los conoce.
Before we dig in, hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell.
They done put the phone on that nigga, man.
Put the phone on him, man.
Okay, so you never miss an episode. We're bringing you that raw truth, no filter. Let's get it. In the late 60s, Watts was a powder keg of poverty and violence. In the midst of the chaos, the bounty hunter bloods emerged as a response to the rise of the Crip. These niggas was determined to protect their community and stand tall in the face of adversity. The gang was originally established in 1969, but became well established by 1972.
The founders of the Bounty Hunters, I can actually say Percy Jackson gave the name. I can actually say Gary Barker took the name and hit it in graffiti. And being that he hit it in graffiti, a lot of people were thinking that he gave the name. And Junior Thomas took the graffiti in the name and he put a lot of work in behind it.
But formed here before there was Bounty Hunters, and when do you think that started?
That probably started like 70, 69, and I would say, and when they was in high school together, you had Jordan green jackets, that claim green jackets, and you had the Nicholson Garden green jackets, where people claim green jacket, and you had skating together. It was more like a club than anything, because I don't never remember them going around terrorizing the neighborhood, but they probably socked up a couple of people. Ray was in YTS when all this was going on.
Okay. So he didn't really get to witness this transformation from the Green Jackets to the Bounty Hunters.
And that's originally correct. That is correct. He didn't see none of that. Matter of fact, he was having a little beef inside YA behind our madness out here.
What was his feeling while he was in YTS?
Y'all stop censoring in the chat, man, and enjoy the video. God damn it.
From my understanding, it was either
never do nothing for no nigga
or Bulldog. One of the dogs came up on him, and they confronted him about the bounty hunter thing. And legend have it that Ray told them he's not a bounty hunter, but those his homeboys. And they tried to rush him, and from my understanding, 2 rushed him and 1 got knocked out. And that was
with you, Big Fresh.
While today it is a set of blood, it was originally known as the Green Jackets. Gary Barker and Bobby Jack are believed to be the set's founders. The name Bounty Hunter Bloods comes from the streets they claim, around 11-5 or 115th Street in the Jordan Downs housing projects. They marked their turf with their signature red, and soon they became a force to be reckoned with.
In 1987, I was hit 3 times with an AK across the.
So they was in the Jordan Down projects too?
Yeah, that's what it's saying. Yep.
So the Gray Streets was in the same projects with the Bounty Hunters.
Probably so, yeah. Because the Gray Streets, I know the Gray Streets was over there.
You say no next to him.
Gray Streets was in Jordan Down. Is it 2 Jordan Down?
Yeah, is it 2 Jordan Down projects?
Because the Gray Street was in Jordan Down too. Shit.
Yeah. Okay. That's crazy. No, just one. Okay. I was like, maybe he said next to the George Down projects. Okay.
The head, the arm, and the leg. If them 3 reasons ain't good enough to stop gangbanging, I don't know what is.
Now here's just a little bit of information on the gang. So they're found in location Watts, Los Angeles, California. Their years active is from 1969 to present. The territory is the Nickerson Gardens. The ethnicity is mainly African American. The membership is well over 2,000 plus. Now, some of the activities that they're known for being involved in includes, but it's not limited to, drug trafficking, robbery, extortion, murder, burglary, identification theft, car theft, kidnapping. Now, their rivals are the Great Street Watts Crips, the West Side Pyrus, and the 11A East Coast Crips.
Nigga hit me in my nigga got that. He hit me in my mouth, kicked me in my head on young. Nigga got that. Niggas hit me and ran on Geo.
But with power comes rivalry, and the bounty hunter bloods found themselves in the crosshairs of the infamous Great Street Crips. The heat was on, and the streets of Watts were on edge. The gang is perhaps most known for its long-standing rivalry with the Great Street Crips, which has been described by gang experts as the most violent and long-lasting feud between two gangs that are in the Watts area.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees?
The 90s were no joke. The city was on fire during the LA riots.
They handcuffed him while they were running him. The female had an FI card where she was getting all of his personal information. Then they run him to see if he has a warrant. And just in case he does, and they don't have to worry about chasing him or handcuffing him. He's already cuffed, but they're not allowed to do that anymore. You can't just see a black person, see the way they dress and say, oh, he must be slinging or something. Let's cuff him up. That's the way they've been doing. We know they do it that way, but they're not allowed to.
A young woman, a looter, tried to explain what has been going on in this dreadfully troubled city.
It's a way for people to vent their frustration, and then they're like targeting Korean-owned businesses and white businesses.
And yet, what we have seen seemed more a colorblind orgy of wrecking and taking. What has happened to people?
So help me God, I never seen parents teaching children to steal. If I had done that, my mom would beat the stuffings out of me if she had called me stealing. These parents teaching their kids to steal, I can't understand it. If they ever take their kids to church, do they ever teach them to believe in Jesus? I don't believe this stuff. I just can't.
In black ghettos, some businesses tried this. Often, it didn't work. Gone.
But amidst the chaos, the bounty hunter bloods and the Great Street Crips forged an unlikely truce, uniting for the sake of their community. In 1992, the Watts Truce was declared, which saw a rapid decline in violence between the two street gangs.
We'd like to thank the media for coming out for this positive event today. First of all, we'd like to open up in honor of our co-worker, Anna Lizarraga, who was tragically murdered last night. And I want to say to the media, we will not be fielding any questions regarding that our executive offices will be handling questions regarding the media. My name is Ed Turley. I'm the Target Area Manager for Community Youth Gang Services.
Yeah, my name is Anthony. How's everybody out there in the world? Yeah, we just, we're really on a positive tip now, you know what I'm saying? We've been doing wrong for so long, it's time to do right, And we just want everybody out there to know, you know what I'm saying? Just come down, give us your support, all the brothers and sisters out there, just come down, like Sunday. Come to the park, you know what I'm saying, on 51st and Avalon, and check us out for yourself. You can see everything you want to see, you know what I'm saying? And if this, if this gonna really go somewhere, we need support from not just, a black way. We need support from all races, you know what I'm saying? Right, we want to do something. you know, and then just give us a chance. That's all. We just want a chance. That's all.
Amen. Oh, hello world, everybody, homies out there. You know, even the homies we got incarcerated. That's looking from the inside out here. This is what's happening out here, man. We're not joking. We're not jiving. Y'all know that coming straight from the heart. Look who's standing here. Look what's been going on out here. You know, I was like the opening saying, we, as the Bloods and the Crips, have joined together without any problems from the police, the media, and the Bloods and Crips as one. We'll be able to give back to the parks, recreation, and the rest of the community can live without, so that the community can live without fear. We would like to go to speak to schools, parks, to the whole community, business, and everybody to let them know, let our younger generation know that we're coming together to lead those who would have been going astray, and we're going to lead them now to the right direction. And he know that. As well as we want the homies inside there to know, the system to know, we ain't forgot y'all. Y'all going to see packages coming. We can promise y'all that now. Only we can promise y'all got packages coming. Just be patient with us and get yourself strong up in there. That's all we ask of y'all out here. We as a community gonna work with the community to get it right. You know where it's coming from. Y'all hearts and our heart, we know what's popping.
However, by 2005, the truce had reportedly imploded, with the homicide rate increasing to at least 7. But you know how it goes. Peace is short-lived. As the dust settled, old rivalries reunited, and the Watts neighborhood became a battleground. In 1993, Regis Dion Thomas, a member of the bounty hunter Watts Bloods, shot and killed 2 Compton Police Department officers during a traffic stop. They were the first Compton police officers to be killed in the line of duty in the department's 65-year history. In 1997, members of the 11-8 East Coast Crips shot a school bus in the hopes of killing members of the Bounty Hunter Bloods, killing 17-year-old bystander Corey Williams instead. The Bounty Hunter Bloods were no strangers to the game.
Supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify point of sale. The all-in
drug trafficking, violence, they had a reputation to uphold. But this life comes with consequences, and law enforcement wasn't letting up. In 2003, shots were fired at LAPD patrol officers in 2 incidents in the Nickerson Gardens project. In 2000, the FBI convicted 30 Bounty Hunter Watts Blood members on federal drug violations for the distribution and conspiracy to distribute crack cocaine. An injunction was imposed on the gang in 2004, which limited the movement of members. In 2012, the feds came down hard, indicting multiple Bounty Hunter Bloods and Great Street Crips members for their involvement in drugs and violent crimes. It was a heavy blow to both gangs.
Hey, gang. It's a whole lot of gang shit in here, huh? 15th Street Demons. You hear me? Fuck lotions, fuck strap, fuck starters, fuck APs, fuck we sales, fuck everything if it ain't Bunny at us.
God, but I never prayed. Think about I end up crying on my face.
But despite the crackdown, The bounty hunter bloods persisted. Their brotherhood ran deep, and they found strength in each other, determined to hold their ground. Gang injunctions came into play. The city's attempt to control the streets. But you can't contain the spirit of Watts. The struggle continued, and the bounty hunter bloods adapted, finding ways to survive.
They say dangerous, that's the words for us.
That's our lingo. Like, bless the bottle, that came from right here. We didn't even know what type of struggle we was in, though, because we always had each other having fun, though.
They had a cup of noodles in there with no water, blood, you feel me?
No cap around here.
Where really, yeah.
Be dangerous, bro.
Nobody can stop this war but us. Who got that on their walls and in their projects or where they at?
We on that Bill Heavy Street, 112% deuce line. Bounty hunter life matter.
Get the hell was aggressive as fuck.
Yeah,
That was aggressive as fuck.
Rapper and bounty hunter bloods affiliate Kevin Flipside White was shot dead by alleged members of the Great Street Watts Crips. Over the years, their rivalry with the Great Street Watts Crips remained fiery, leaving a trail of violence and tension. The battle for respect and territory fueled the flame. But not everything is black and white. Despite their rough reputation, some bounty hunter blood members sought to change the narrative. Community initiatives, mentoring, trying to break the cycle. But let's keep it real. The struggle is ongoing. The pull of the streets is relentless, and breaking free from the cycle of violence is not so easy.
He got shot right here on this corner.
Lorna Hawkins' 21-year-old son Joe was an innocent bystander. About 1 of every 4 gang shootings claims someone like him.
It's a lot of nonsense just to do what the hell they want to do, which is kill and terrorize the streets. The ones that killed my son have to rip their heart out right now.
If there's any hope of saving the next generation from the ritual of retaliation, former football star Jim Brown may have an answer.
I'm glad you made it.
Bone and other legendary Bloods and Crips now meet regularly at Brown's home.
We have some of the most volatile individuals in this city in this room right now.
The sessions are like group therapy. Brown's American program seeks to focus their energy in a more positive direction.
So we are a political force, a social force, an economic force to do right.
The message might break through to men like Bone, who are now fathers. He doesn't want the next generation growing up as he did, constantly worrying about the next bullet.
I got faith in my heart, and I believe it's going to stop. It might not be in our lifetime. It might not be in none of our lifetimes. You know, as long as it stops.
So, as we wrap up this episode, let's reflect on the legacy of the bounty hunter blood. A story of resilience, brotherhood, and the complexities of street life. Remember, gang, knowledge is power, and understanding is the first step towards change. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. If you like the Street Chronicles series, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to join our community. We're out here keeping it real, and we not stopping. Until next time, stay safe out there, and remember, it's about love, not hate. Peace.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was great,
man.
It was interesting, man.
Shout out to them bounty hunters, man. Shout out to them bounty hunters, man.
Yeah, to the 9, man.
Just did the interview with the most disrespectful guy I know.
Gotta give it to him.
Let's go.
Huh?
I thought you were still up there. You on another video?
No, not yet. I was just looking on their channel.
Seeing what he had on there? Yeah, man, that was a good video, man. Shout out to my boys in the chat, man. Shout out to Stacks, man. Shout out to Trillion Cuts, man. Shout out to Big Fresh, man. Shout out to my boys, man. Shout out to Lakeside Cole, man. Shout out
hell yeah. And all the whoopers, 2-3 Smoot, man. Yeah. All y'all boys, man.
Yeah, 2-3 Smoot, yeah, all the whoopers, man. All the whoopers, man.
That was for y'all, man.
Yeah, that was for
I got an exclusive that Yoda don't even know I'm bringing out. You know, I'm gonna bring it out though. I don't think he don't know about it. This one here.
I feel like I'm not knowing about shit now.
What you said, Yoda?
Yeah, you don't tell me nothing now. Shit, you know, he took a little power now. You know what I mean?
No, don't do that.
Nah. We good. We good. Uh-oh. Okay.
Do the amazing.
This game, you're not ready.
Throughout African history, women have played hugely significant roles in the story of the continent and how it's evolved.
Call them whatever you like. Boss ladies, feminists, women rights activists, dictators, these African queens and warriors led men to war, ruled kingdoms, and called the shots.
Throughout the ages, some women have managed to dominate in a man's world. They gained unprecedented power, riches, and glory, which made them respectable rulers of the land. These powerful figures had significant influence over the affairs of the kingdom. They led the kingdom with precision, creating a dynamic environment for the common folk. But every ruler has their own story to tell. Let's take a look at some of the most powerful queens in African history. Number 1, Queen Hatshepsut, Ancient Egypt. Rule 1507 BCE to 1458 BCE. Hatshepsut was the first female pharaoh to rule Egypt as a principal monarch. At first, she was the regent to the young Thutmose III, but she carried out a remarkable power play, which landed her at the throne. She held the seat for 20 years. During her reign, the land prospered. She renewed trade with the Aegean Islands to the north, Western Asia to the east, and Punt to the south. She undertook massive architectural projects, including the obelisks at Djeser-Djeseru, which was her mortuary temple, and at Karnak. Many historians consider Hatshepsut to be one of Kemet's most successful pharaohs. Queen Nefertiti, Ancient Egypt, rule 1353 BCE to 1336 BCE. Some historians estimate that Nefertiti might have acted as her husband's co-ruler instead of his consort. She played a key role in religion alongside King Akhenaten. Nefertiti is known for changing the traditional polytheistic religion in Egypt to a monotheistic one. By the 5th regnal year of Akhenaten, Aten became the main national god. This change was most likely meant to give Nefertiti more power within the official. She, without a doubt, remains some of the most influential queens in ancient Egypt. Number 3, Queen Amina of Zaria, rule 1576 to 1610. Also known as the Warrior Queen, Amina Queen of Zaria was the first woman to become queen in a male-dominated society. She remained at the seat of power for 34 years and managed to expand her kingdom through conquests. She also opened up valuable trade routes, which brought prosperity to the land. Under her rule, the kingdom controlled more territory than any other ruler before. To protect and mark her land, Amina used earthen walls to surround her cities. These walls became common until the British conquest of Zaria in 1904. Here's an interesting legend. It is said that in every town she went, Amina took a new lover, but every single one of them would meet a terrible fate the next morning. They would be beheaded so that no one would survive to tell the tale. Number 4, Queen Kundake Amanirenas, the Kingdom of Kush, rule 40 BCE to 10 BCE. In 30 BCE, Caesar Augustus conquered Egypt. Right after his triumphant victory, the Roman emperor focused his attention on the Kingdom of Kush, but Kundake Amanirenas was ready. She led her army against the Romans in a war that lasted for 3 years. It is because of the Kushite army that the southward expansion of Rome came to a halt. After the first battle, the Kushite army took 3 Roman cities and many Roman captives. They also destroyed a number of monuments dedicated to Caesar Augustus. Rome continued to fight. It reclaimed some of its lost cities and targeted Kush, but the queen never faltered. Despite losing an eye, she healed and returned to battle. During the Meroitic War, Queen Kundake lost her son. In 22 BCE, Kush and Rome agreed to a peace treaty. This meant that the Kushites would keep their territories. The Romans also took their army out of Egypt. Compared to the other nations near its borders, the Kingdom of Kush didn't send any resources or paid tribute to Rome. Number 5, Queen Makeda, Ethiopia, rule 10th century BCE. The Ethiopian Makeda, also known as the Queen of Sheba, is a mysterious and majestic ruler. Not much is known about her, but based on the references in the Hebrew Bible and later in the Islamic Quran, experts estimate she was referred to as a rich, gorgeous, and intellectual queen. During her reign, there was someone who caught her attention. King Solomon had a great reputation in the ancient world as the wisest of all kings. Makeda had long heard of his wisdom and longed to visit him. She assembled a large retinue, carrying gifts to pay homage to the great king. The queen received a warm welcome and tested his knowledge with a wide range of riddles and questions. The Old Testaments claim that Makeda was impressed with Solomon's kingdom and his intellect. They may or may not have had an affair, but the royal family of Ethiopia does claim a lineage that traces back to King Solomon. Number 6. Queen Ya Asantewaa, Ashanti Empire. Rule, 1880s. Ya Asantewaa was the queen mother of the Ashanti Empire at the start of the 20th century. She remains a powerful symbol today. Before earning the title Queen Mother in the 1880s, she was a skilled farmer. Some believe she was chosen as the main advisor to the king because of the matrilineal aspect of the Ashanti culture. Her older brother was a strong ruler at the time, which might have paved the way for her to be appointed to this role. Nevertheless, she held the second highest position in the Ashanti Empire. Throughout her life, Asantewaa saw a number of life-changing events. The Civil War from 1883 to 1888 posed a severe threat to the Ashanti Empire. Her grandson, whom she nominated as the next Ejesuheni, was exiled by the British, which led her to become the regent of the Ejesu-Juaben district. Asantewaa was dedicated to protecting the sacred symbol of the Ashanti, known as the Golden Stool. Ya Asantewaa participated in secret meetings against the British and reminded the people of the bravery of the Asante. Her inspiring, courageous, and impressive words led to the Ashanti Uprising. Ya Asantewaa was elected as the only and first woman war leader in Asante history. She led 5,000 warriors and bravely fought against the British invaders. Number 7. Queen Nandi, Zulu Kingdom. Rule, 1816 to 1827. Queen Nandi of the Zulu Kingdom was a powerful figure with a complex history. She had a remarkable legacy intertwined with that of her son, Shaka Zulu. Those who didn't cry at her funeral were most likely executed. This heroine overcame the animosity and rejection of her people. She dedicated her entire life to her children and opened the path for her son, King Shaka Zulu, to transform and reshape the Zulu kingdom into one of the most formidable civilizations. Nandi had an affair with Sinza Kakona Kajama, the king of the Zulu, and was impregnated out of wedlock. Sinza Kakona tried denying paternity a number of times, but had to eventually marry Nandi. She was highly shamed and placed in a lowly position of a third wife. Shaka and Nandi were consistently bullied and tormented, which is why she took her son and fled. Over time, she taught her son values and molded him into one of the greatest kings. After the death of Sinza Kakona, Shaka was compelled to return to the tribe and reclaim his throne. After all those years, he still remembered how the tribe treated him and his mother. So, he appointed Nandi as the Queen of Zulu and his personal advisor. He held his mother in high regard and never married. Together, they expanded the kingdom and fought slave traders.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available.
Number 8. Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba. Rule, Ndongo, 1624 to 1663, and Matamba, 1631 to 1663. Nzinga was a powerful woman and an exceptional leader. She distinguished herself through espionage and military tactics, which helped her form numerous strategic alliances and gather knowledge of religious problems and trade. These efforts helped her resist the aspirations of Portugal's colonialists. Nzinga inherited the throne of Ndongo. During this period, the kingdom was under attack from neighboring aggressors and the Portuguese, so Nzinga made the strategic decision to reposition her land as an intermediary instead of a supply zone in the slave trade. She formed an alliance with Portugal and ended the Portuguese slave raiding in the kingdom. But in 1626, Portugal betrayed Ndongo, and the queen fled with her people to the west. Here, they founded a new state called Matamba. To strengthen her forces, the queen provided sanctuary to runaway slaves and soldiers. She then formed a military organization called Colombo, training the youth to fight against the Portuguese. She instigated a rebellion in Ndongo, but failed to drive out the Portuguese from the region. Nevertheless, by the time of her death, Matamba was a remarkable commercial state that fought with the Portuguese. on equal ground. Number 9. Queen Moremi, Ile-Ife Kingdom, Nigeria. Rule: 12th century. Queen Moremi was a folk heroine and a legendary Yoruba queen. She helped liberate her kingdom from the Ugbo kingdom. She was a gorgeous and brave woman. During the 12th century, her homeland was constantly raided by its neighboring tribe. During a siege, she offered herself to be captured by the raiders and taken as a slave. Because of her beauty, the Igbo ruler took her as his queen consort. She learned the secrets of her husband's army and escaped to Ile-Ife. She then revealed her intel, which the Yorubas used to defeat the Ugbo kingdom in battle.
Okay. Okay, one time for the ladies.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
just something short and sweet, man.
Yeah, man. One time for the ladies. You understand me? Some of the powerful ladies we had that, you know what I'm saying, in history that have been forgotten about. You know what I'm saying? On some gangster shit, they done led the wars and all type of shit. Put spankings on motherfuckers' ass trying to come take their land.
Yeah, they were. They fighting hard, the motherfuckers.
One of them lost an eye, and she still went back. I ain't never heard nobody that gangster. Never heard of them that gangster. I ain't know they made them like that.
Yeah.
I ain't know they made them like that. You got it together over there, my boy?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, there you is. Got them glasses on.
Such as public punishments or acts of cruelty. And if that weren't enough, what about the crowd gathered around to watch someone suffering and be fine with it? Unfortunately, not many criminals take pictures of themselves committing crimes. However, the pictures that we do find give a glimpse into the horrors endured by the slaves and their descendants. Today, I invite you to explore some of these haunting images that provide a window into the dark chapters of human history. Number 9 is the photo of slave children, calling one to contemplate the harsh reality that even the youngest were not spared in this gruesome practice.
Shout out ATX Red.
Adults is pretty disturbing by
Shout
itself.
out Playboy
You
Say.
think about child slaves, it's just heart-wrenching. That's why this photo is a whole other level of horror and shock. It shows a black
Shout
child
out
named
Carl.
John sitting on a barrel next to another young boy. They are both barefoot and wearing tattered clothes. The expressions etched on their faces speak volumes about the hardships they've endured. This 150-year-old photo, deemed extremely rare by art historians, hails from the Civil War era. The children captured in this image were either enslaved at the time or recently emancipated. It offers a stark glimpse into the grim reality faced by children in slavery before the Civil War. Shockingly, according to the federal census of 1820, approximately 88% of Black individuals under the age of 14 were enslaved, and most of them would spend their entire lives as slaves. Moreover, the number of enslaved children during that year equaled the total number of slaves in 1790. That's a staggering increase. And it gets worse. These kids were snatched from their families and sold to plantation owners, where they had to work in brutal conditions and harsh climates. Some started.
So I'll show you exactly how.
Damn, is this a Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
Do you mind if
working in domestic chores as young as 2 or 3 years old, while others were thrust into the field labor between the ages of 8 and 12. According to American historian Stephen Mintz, slave children faced brutal punishments, mostly akin to those meted out to adults. Interestingly, many underage slaves eagerly participated in the Civil War, viewing it as a pathway to freedom. As we reflect on this image today, let us remember the resilience of the Black individuals and the fact of how cruel humans can get sometimes. Enslaving children was a horrible practice, but it wasn't the only one in slavery history. Another gruesome practice of the time was shackling slaves. This photo represents a horrifying practice that remained a fundamental tool for control in the African slave trade. The slave shackle. More than just iron restraints, these shackles are a lasting symbol of oppression, violence, and inhumanity that is perpetually tied to the history of colonialism taken in 1907. The picture shows a British sailor removing the shackles off an enslaved man who wore them for 3 years. The enslaved man had escaped with 5 other Africans from the slave trading village off the coast of Oman upon learning the Royal Navy was nearby. The picture was taken by able seaman Joseph Chidwick, who was serving aboard the HMS Sphinx that was patrolling the Zanzibar and Mozambique coast. The British Empire had embraced anti-slavery by then and was enforcing abolition in other regions too. HMS Sphinx was a British Royal Navy ship that was involved in the anti-slavery operations, particularly in the Indian Ocean region during the early 20th century. The 6 men had escaped on Dhow, which is a sailing vessel. They were all chained together when the British Navy found them, a cruel reminder of their dehumanizing captivity. On board the British ship, they got their chains knocked off of them. A party of Marines were sent on shore to find the slave traders. The Marines were successful in capturing 2 of them with Arab origin. While these 6 men were fortunate to escape bondage, not all had the same fortune. Many men and women toiled away in lifelong servitude and inhumane treatment, shackled by the cruel realities of the slave trade. Think about it for a moment. You spend your entire life in someone's backyard, working, never getting to experience what freedom is. This photo serves as a stark reminder to the unjust and cruel lengths humans would go for material gains. Yet, it also signifies the pivotal moment in history when the world finally came to its senses and put an end to the heinous practice. Now, more than ever, it's crucial to eradicate the mentality that sowed the seeds for one of the darkest chapters in human history. You must have seen the photographs of slaves toiling away on plantations, but this one is different. Taken in 1860, this photo captures a woman in litter being carried by her slaves through the city streets. While the photos of slaves in plantations represent the hardships they had to bear, the slaves working in urban settings proved to be enigmatic. Some of them may seem properly dressed, but one little detail gives away their less than human status. You may be surprised by the slaves' demeanor and overall appearance in this picture. It was taken in Bahia, Brazil. From the way they are dressed, the men don't look like slaves. But then you notice they are barefoot, which would have been weird if they weren't slaves, given that they would be carrying litter on rough streets. After photography became more common, slaves were photographed in their owners' homes, in the city, and taking care of the white children of their masters. This one shows one standing in style with a hat tipped at a jaunty angle, appearing to be posing for the camera, while the other looks down in deference. This photo was displayed at a Brazilian exhibition called Emancipation, Inclusion, and Exclusion. Brazil was the last country in the Americas to abolish slavery, which happened in 1888. This has provided Brazil with the world's largest archive of photographs of slavery, which offer insights into the country's brutal past. This picture underscores the grim truth. Regardless of the setting or region, slaves endured dehumanizing labor and exploitation. Their fate remained unchanged, whether on rural plantations or in bustling urban centers. As the dictum goes, every picture tells a story, and this picture tells a story of slavery vividly. In this picture, you see hundreds of starving, dehydrated, and in some cases, dying African slaves crammed on the deck of a British naval ship. These were the early days of photography, so the scene got captured, but it wasn't the only one of the sorts. You will find the mention of plenty of slave ships plowing on the mighty seas, closing the lid on the freedom of thousands of individuals. Now, what comes to mind when you look at this image? Perhaps thoughts of infamous African slave ships, a haunting symbol of humanity's darkest deeds, come to mind. And yet, if that's what you pictured, you're not entirely mistaken. For years, this photograph has been erroneously labeled as depicting an African slave ship sailing through the waters, a misconception perpetuated by British accounts. However, the truth behind this image is far more nuanced and revealing than what meets the eye. The real story is preserved in the long-forgotten Victorian memoir called Dhow Chasing in Zanzibar Waters, 5 years' experience in the suppression of the slave trade. The memoir has been written by Captain George L. Sullivan, skipper of this ship, and the same man who took this picture. Taken in 1868, this photo shows the time when various empires were finding it really hard to forego the profitable practice of slavery, while the others were waking up to humanity and trying to reverse their vile actions. The picture shows rescued East African slaves taken aboard a British naval ship, HMS Daphne, from a dhow. The Africans aboard this ship were freed from Arab slave traders. What happened was that the HMS Daphne was commissioned to enforce a treaty with the Sultan of Zanzibar, under which the Sultan was supposed to control the slave traders. Instead, he was profiting from the heinous practice. Now that we have recounted the British anti-slavery efforts twice, it's time to take a look at the story of abolition of slavery in the British Empire. The abolition campaign started in Britain in 1760 by both white and black abolitionists. It was a long and hard-fought battle, as many entities argued that the slave trade was crucial for the British economy. An even more egregious claim was that the enslaved Africans were happy and well treated. But finally, the British Empire came around, and the Slavery Abolition Act of 1833 ended slavery in the empire. The Royal Navy started anti-slavery operations, which mainly targeted Portuguese and Spanish ships. These operations helped rescue many slaves, the accounts of which can be seen in the history archives. This is another horrifying photo that tells us how dark humanity can get. It captures a lesser-known aspect of World War II history: the forced enslavement of American prisoners of war by Japan. The image vividly portrays the grim reality faced by those unfortunate men who were captured during the war and then subjected to slave-like conditions under Japanese captivity. During World War II, Japan implemented a ruthless strategy to address its wartime labor shortages, which included the forced labor of POWs. Approximately 12,000 American POWs were compelled into labor by the Japanese government and private companies, enduring unspeakable hardships far from their homes. Among the companies involved in this exploitation was the Mitsubishi conglomerate, which operated 6 prisoners of war camps in Japan. These camps, linked to Mitsubishi, held over 2,000 prisoners, including more than 1,000 American POWs. According to nonprofit research center Asia Policy Point, the treatment of American POWs in these camps was deplorable, with reports of starvation, torture, and brutal working conditions. Many prisoners were forced to work in mines, shipyards, and factories, subjected to grueling labor for extended hours without adequate food, shelter, or medical care. The toll of this forced labor was devastating, with numerous American POWs perishing due to malnutrition, disease, and mistreatment. According to historical records, 27 Americans died in the Mitsubishi-linked camps out of 1,100 who died in all the Japanese camps. The faces of American POWs in the photograph reflect the anguish and suffering they endured, serving as a solemn reminder of the human cost of war. Their resilience in the face of unimaginable cruelty is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Despite the passage of time, the scars of this dark chapter in history remain, underscoring the importance of acknowledging and confronting past injustices. While some Japanese prime ministers have issued apologies for Japan's wartime actions, the response from private corporations has been less forthcoming. However, Mitsubishi issued an apology in 2015 for its role in utilizing U.S. POWs as slave laborers. This was the least they could do. What do you think? If you were horrified by the pictures before, this one offers you a glimmer of solace. It portrays the resilience, resistance, and unwavering perseverance of Black individuals who stood firm in the face of adversity. This image captures the spirit of the 54th Annual Former Slave Convention held in 1916 at the Cosmopolitan Baptist Church. The photo shows the stalwarts of African American rights and activism from left to right, including Annie Perry, Anna Angelus, Elizabeth Berkley, and Sadie Thompson. Remarkably, each woman was over 100 years old at the time, coming together to reflect on the past and engage in discussions about the future alongside their peers. Anna J. Cooper, Elizabeth Berkley, and Sadie Thompson were prominent African American women who attended the convention and were actively involved in advocating for the rights and the advancement of African Americans. Anna J. Cooper was a distinguished educator, scholar, and activist known for her contributions to African American women's rights and education. Elizabeth Berkley was a social reformer and suffragist who played a significant role in advancing civil rights and women's suffrage efforts. Sadie Thompson was an educator and activist who worked tirelessly for the betterment of African American communities, particularly in the field of education. As for the convention, it served not only as a gathering for former slaves to reconnect, but also as a platform for advancing activist goals. Among the attendees' requests was a call for a universal pardon for married convicts. The previous conventions included appeals for pensions for former slaves. This issue sparked active debate during the convention. By 1899, approximately 21% of the Black population in America had been born into slavery. There were questions about the legal feasibility of pensions or reparations for former slaves. In 1915, the case of Johnson versus McAdoo brought this issue to the forefront when an ex-slave pension association sued the government for $68 million in compensation for cotton produced during their time as slaves. However, the D.C. Court of Appeals ultimately denied the claim, a decision upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court. As we gaze upon this image, let us not forget the voices silenced by slavery, the lives shattered by its brutality, and the enduring legacy of injustice that continues to reverberate through the corridors of time. This photograph stands as a testament to the resilience of those who fought against oppression and a solemn reminder of the horrors of slavery that must never be forgotten. This photograph is another testament to the cruel and dark depths of humanity, frozen in time, as a haunting reminder of a tragic chapter in history. Taken in 1899, it features Selknam natives en route to Europe for exhibition in human zoos, a practice we cannot imagine in the modern world. Human zoos were common back then, where individuals from different races were put on display like objects, deprived of their dignity and humanity. The context of this photograph is distressing. 11 Selknam natives, including an 8-year-old child, were taken to Europe with the permission of the Chilean government to be exhibited in human zoos. During the years between 1878 and 1900, 3 groups of individuals belonging to indigenous groups of Selknam, Tewelchi, and Coescar were shipped to Europe for this purpose. These individuals were not treated as human beings, but as mere curiosities to be gawked at and studied. Forced to perform multiple times a day, sometimes 6 to 8 times, they endured unimaginable hardships. What's more, the Selknam natives did not receive proper care, and many of them did not survive the ordeal. Some did not even make it to Europe. You can imagine how dehumanized they were for people to carry on this heinous practice. As we reflect on this grave image, let their story serve as a reminder of the importance of compassion and empathy in our shared humanity. In the history of slavery, few photographs carry the weight of horror as profoundly as this one. At first glance, it may not strike you as terrifying, but the circumstances surrounding its creation will appall you. Captured in 1850, this photograph features Renty Taylor and his daughter Delia, the earliest known of the U.S. slaves. This photo is one among a series of daguerreotypes, early photographs. You can see the man, Renty, staring hauntingly into the camera. Do you wonder why? It's not just about his graying hair and gaunt frame that gave him this look. He, along with his daughter, were forced to get photographed without clothes. Initiated by Luis Agassiz, a professor at Harvard University. These daguerreotypes stand as haunting testaments to the dehumanization endured by enslaved individuals. Luis Agassiz introduced theories on racial differences that were used to support slavery in the U.S. He was an adherent of polygenism, a pseudo-scientific ideology that different races come from different origins. He was looking for racially pure slaves born in Africa to research this premise when he came across Renty and Delia while touring plantations. The father and daughter were mere research specimens for the professor. Renty was forced to remove clothes and his features, lips, arms, chest, male organs, and pretty much everything was measured to prove the racist beliefs. You think that's gruesome? Imagine how it must have been for Delia, who went through the same ordeal. A young woman standing there in front of a strange man, groping her and measuring her organs. The father and daughter were violated in a bid to prove that the black race was inferior to the white race. Can you believe the apathy, bordering on insanity, of people who were highly educated individuals of whom one expects better? The images of Renty and Delia have endured as symbols of the systemic oppression and violence inflicted upon enslaved people in the United States. They represent the countless individuals whose lives were commodified, their bodies objectified, and their humanity denied. Despite the passage of time, the legacy of these photos remains fraught with ethical and moral implications. They raise profound questions about consent, agency, and the commodification of human lives. Moreover, they compel us to confront the uncomfortable truths of America's history of slavery and the enduring impact of systemic racism. As we confront the horrifying reality captured in the photographs of Renty and Delia, we are reminded of the imperative to reckon with the past and strive for justice in the present. Their images serve as powerful reminders of the resilience, dignity, and humanity of those who endured the brutality of slavery, and their stories must not be forgotten. The photo I'm about to show you now is the most horrific and unsettling one. In the stark black and white frame of this photograph, captured in 1860, lies an unsettling tale: the slave deck of the bark Wildfire. This image shows the emancipated survivors of the Middle Passage on the top deck of the American slave ship known as Wildfire. In the year 1860, the bark Wildfire reached the shores of Key West, Florida, bearing a haunting cargo. The survivors of the Middle Passage, captured by the U.S. Navy within the site of Cuba. The ship had violated the 1808 U.S. law
Solo. Isn't it gone? What the fuck happened?
It's weighed down by the treacherous Atlantic crossing, where 90 souls met their tragic end. Upon reaching Key West, a correspondent for Harper's Weekly stepped aboard to bear witness to the unimaginable horrors endured by the captives. His vivid account transports us back.
Damn, what didn't happen, man? Yeah. My computer froze. Oh shit! I gotta carry on. That's how we gonna do a book reading. I got rebooted. I gotta carry on. So I gotta carry on. Yeah. All right, y'all. I could still hear it, but what's the video? Yeah, it's the video on Sunday. Let's see. Which one? The disturbing one? Yeah. About Florida? No. The cruelty to slavery. Oh, you talking about the untold stories, the cruelties of slavery? Yeah. The story photo of the slavery that will count forever. Okay. Okay. Look, I want to see the goddamn photos you talking about. Okay, yeah. Okay, bet. Y'all give me one moment, man. Give me one moment. My Santa Rita started acting up. The Santa Rita started acting up, man. The Santa Rita started acting up. Eating bullshit, man. Real still say let him co-host with you. Yeah, I don't know how to drop the link over there. What was this one there? Okay. I'm almost there. Give me the history. No. Boom. Here we go. Here we go. All right, bet. You gonna come back?
Yeah, I'm putting my shit up.
I bet. Let's see. Yeah. This one. All right. Mm-hmm. All right, bet. Let's go.
For justice in the present. Their images serve as powerful reminders of the resilience, dignity, and humanity of those who endured the brutality of slavery, and their stories must not be forgotten. The photo I'm about to show you now is a horrific and unsettling one. In the stark black and white frame of this photograph, captured in 1860, lies an unsettling tale: the slave deck of the Bark Wildfire. This image shows the emancipated survivors of the Middle Passage on the top deck of the American slave ship known as Wildfire. In the year 1860, the Bark Wildfire reached the shores of Key West, Florida, bearing a haunting cargo: the survivors of the Middle Passage. Captured by the U.S. Navy within the site of Cuba, the ship had violated the 1808 U.S. law prohibiting the importation of slaves. The journey of the Wildfire began on the distant shores of the Congo River at the Longo Coast and Kwaza North regions. On board were 510 captive Africans, their spirits bound by the treacherous Atlantic current. 90 souls met their tragic end. Upon reaching Key West, a correspondent for Harper's Weekly stepped aboard to bear witness to the unimaginable horrors endured by the captives. His vivid account transports us back to the deck of the Wildfire. Souls stood exposed, literally, figuratively. The unclothed bodies of boys, women, girls huddled closely together, a stark contrast of the vast expanse. The lower had women and young girls, deprived of their dignity and clothed only in their vulnerability. Some sat on the floor, others on lockers, while the sick and the weary lay in their berths, their bodies bearing the physical and emotional scars of the ordeal. There were markings on the captives' bodies, tattoos etched into their skin, arms branded with the figure 7. These were not mere adornments, but symbols of their commodification, a stark reminder of their status as property in the eyes of their captors. This photograph, frozen in time, serves as a solemn reminder of the unfathomable cruelty of the Middle Passage, a journey marked by suffering, resilience, and untold loss. It calls upon us to confront the darkest chapters of our history with compassion and empathy, ensuring that the voices of those who endured such horrors are never silenced or forgotten. As I conclude our journey through the haunting imagery of slavery, let us not turn away from the uncomfortable truths these photographs reveal. They bear witness to the unimaginable suffering endured by generations of enslaved individuals whose humanity was taken away, profit, and power. As we reflect on these images, let's confront this sobering reality that the same mentality of dehumanization and oppression persists today. It manifests in the anti-woke movement, which seeks to dismiss or minimize discussions of systemic racism and other forms of oppression, and in banning books that expose the uncomfortable truths of our history. May these photographs not only serve as a reminder of our shared history, but also as a call to action to dismantle systems of oppression and build a world where every individual is truly free.
That was a good one right there.
That was the end of it?
That was some good history lesson right there, man. Yeah, that was the end of it. Yeah, that was the end of it.
What that photo looked like, I missed it.
What happened in the chat? Shout out Two Tone.
It's a voice rarely.
The photo was the passage, the secret patch. A photo of the secret patch. I'm gonna show it to you. That should look wild, motherfucker. What it do, Juanito? Low back.
Fuck you, real spill. Yeah, I got that long ass cigarette, nigga. Yeah. I need it after watching that shit.
The slave deck of the Bark Wildfire. This image shows the emancipated survivors of the Middle Passage on the top deck of the American slave ship known as Wildfire. In the year 1860, the Bark Wildfire reached the shores of Key West, Florida, bearing a haunting cargo. The survivors of the Middle Passage, captured by the U.S. Navy within the site of Cuba. The ship had violated the 1808 U.S. law prohibiting the importation of slaves. The journey of the Wildfire began on the distant shores of the Congo River at the Longo coast.
I just wanted to see the photo. You didn't have to go all the way back.
On board were 510 captive Africans. Their spirits weighed down.
Did you get the information?
What information?
Did you get the information that he talking about?
Yeah, I got the information. Who talking about? From the video?
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just making. Yeah. I'm just making sure you got it.
Yeah, I can still hear it. I just can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we finna do the regular show here in a bit. Yeah, we finna get ready to wrap it up right now. Actually, we waiting on Solo.
What you waiting on me for?
Oh, you ain't gonna read the book?
Oh yeah, I can read that chapter real quick.
Yeah. That's 100. That's a 100 right there. It's a long ass cigarette.
We ain't gonna do that. Don't feed into that bullshit.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Want no trouble.
All right. This one ain't even nothing but 4 pages. I get it done quick. All right, here we go. Niggas of gods. This chapter is called "Well, Speak of the Devil." Bible, Revelation chapter 6 through verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with beasts of the earth. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. The devil. Don't play with that. Don't play with that term. The devil ain't no joke. The real devil ain't no joke. Don't laugh at that. I don't laugh at the devil. His hell ain't no joke. The hell you catching ain't no joke. This is the real hell. This is the real hell. Whether you know it or not, you are a victim, whether you like it or not. Well, speak of the real devil, not the red devil. The only red devil is a sunburned devil. The real devil is that which you can't see. The real hell is manifested right here before you, behind you, and all around you. Take a really good look at this world that you are in. Don't pretend to not know what I am talking about. Don't pretend not to know who I'm talking about. I know that you know, and you know that you know, right? But for those of you who want to ignore the facts of your own logical intelligence and act like you don't know, ask the question. Ask the question, who is the devil? Ask the question, where is hell? Ask these obvious questions as if you don't already know. Just ask, but don't ask me. No, don't ask me. You don't want to ask me for the answer to your question. Ask the past victims of a psychological, mental illness plagued beast that has been allowed free reign over the present day transitory evil world. Ask your own ancestors, who is the devil. Go back to Africa and ask the black man who was hunted and trapped like a wild animal, who is the devil. Go to that black man's cage and ask him the question through the bars of the cage. See what the answer he gives you. Ask the other hunted black man who didn't live to see a cage. You know he's the one posing in the picture against his will, as two pale hunters proudly prop up his lifeless, limp dead black body up into the air with two sticks. These pale hunters wanted to take a picture of the black man that they hunted, shot, and killed. Ask that murdered black man who was a devil. Ask the black man that survived long enough to make it to the slave ship. This black man was chained to the bottom of the slave ship and crammed into small spots. To his left were black slaves, to his right were black slaves, and chained on top of him were 3 more black slaves stacked, 100 degrees Fahrenheit plus, a sweating heat, everybody urine and defecation falling on top of him, while mice and rats crawl on him at their own liberty. No sunlight, no baths, for 3 months traveling across the Atlantic Ocean. Ask that black man who the devil is. Ask the black man who is on the top deck of the ship. He was the one used as an example of the rest of the slaves to always obey their pale master. He was brought before the rest of the slaves, stripped naked and beaten with leather straps. His black body was then violently dismembered piece by piece in front of his family and friends. Each part of his black body was chopped off until he lay dead in a pool of blood in pieces. Ask that black man who the devil is and see what he has to say about the issue. Go back to the plantation and ask that beautiful little 12-year-old black girl that was just gang raped by a group of lusting, redneck, sweaty, pale-faced slave masters in the field. Ask her, as she lays there bleeding, crying, and abandoned in the middle of a cotton field, ask her who the motherfucking devil is. Ask her who the real devil is. She ain't forgot. You forgot. She will never forget. But your Uncle Tom ass kissing self forgot. You still don't know, do you? Do you? Well, ask the little black boy standing in the southern town square. Ask him. He just watched his black father being beaten and hanged in front of the entire town's pale population. The entire pale-faced town of crackers came out to watch this event after church. Hypocritical bastards. They said his father's hanging black body on fire. The little boy just sits there frozen, watching as the stink from his father's burning body fills his nostril. Ask that little black boy who the devil is. Ask him. The little boy has your answer. Ask him. Try to tell the little boy your lies about the red devil under the ground and see if he believes your stupid brainwashed black ass. Go ahead and ask him. Try to tell him what your house nigga preacher told you. Ask that precious pregnant black woman that was taken and tied to a tree naked. Ask her. Ask her who was it that viciously beat her stomach like a blue-eyed beast until her unborn black child fell out of her womb onto the ground, aborted. And this was done for sport, fun, and play. Ask her who the real devil is. Ask the Native American people about the real devil. Ask the indigenous people of this land who is the devil. First, you have to find one of them to ask because they are nearly extinct. Their population has been murdered to near extinction. Go back in time and ask them about the real Thanksgiving Ask the whole tribes of Native American people that were purposely given smallpox through germ warfare, who is the devil. Ask the young Native women who were beaten, raped, murdered, and humiliated. Her rapists and murderers usually cut away her breasts to use them as tobacco pouches. This happened to women in Africa as well. Ask the women who the real devil is. Who is the devil? Ask the 200 million or more dead black women and black children whose blood and bones cover the floor of the Atlantic Ocean. They were thrown overboard during the Middle Passage between Africa and America. So much so that the sharks had learned to follow the slave ships to feed off of the murdered black bodies. Ask them who is the real devil. See what answer it is that they give you. See if they start talking the same plantation fairy tale type of bullshit that you was taught. Ask all 200 million of them. Ask each and every innocent black man, black woman, and child that lay at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. 200 million. That's more than 5 times the black population that is left here in this hell called America. Look at how many of our dear brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, uncles, aunties, nieces, nephews, cousins, grandmothers, and grandfathers that were murdered in cold blood. Ask them who the real devil is. Now ask yourself the question, who is it that kills whole populations of civilian people at the drop of a bomb? Who is it that commits all these personal mass murders because they just lost their job at a post office? Who is it that created the death, plague, and disease of AIDS? Who is it that caught up in the satanic worship and shit? Who is it that listens to all of this satanic worship and music? Who are they? Caught in convinced cannibalisms. Who is it that snapped, go crazy, and kills the whole family with an axe at the age of 14 on a farm in Iowa? Who is it that perpetrates this child molestation and child pornography racket? Who is it that allows entire populations of people to starve to death while they are fattened with an excess of food? Who is it that murders helpless animals for sport until the animal species is extinct? Who is it that is destroying the Earth's natural resources? Who is it that is destroying the Earth's natural atmosphere? Who is it that is destroying the Earth's natural people? Who is it that is destroying the Earth? Who is the real living and breathing devil to us all? Well, if you don't know by now, you will never know. Damn sellout. Bible Revelation chapter 6, verse 8. And I look and behold a pale horse, and his name that came and sat up on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with beasts of the earth. That was the end of it. Big Fresh said the white man.
No, for real. Do your homework on the real Thanksgiving, man. It's gonna blow your mind.
I already know about the real Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Play where it's safe now, for real. That shit crazy. That shit crazy, man. Yeah, y'all. Well, it's another one. Episode 5, another deep dive.
Deep dive, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man.
And appreciate y'all for tapping into the Yolo Show. Hopefully, y'all learned something from this here, man. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed everything that we had to offer today. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did y'all homework. Y'all took y'all mental notes, man, and y'all got some shit. You know what I'm saying? You learned something. We learned you something today that you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But on that note, y'all, we gonna leave YOLO and we finna go to belt the ass. All right.
Big belt shit. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
We finna, yeah. We'll meet y'all over there. Love you too, Big Fresh, bro. Love you too, family. I see y'all over there, Vonnie Moore. I see y'all over there.